RewindReplay.com Top 10 Most Anticipated Games of 2011. "2010 was another great year for video games, but now it's time to look ahead to the most anticipated software we can get our hands on in 2011. The following nominees are all games that we'd rather play sooner than later. Number 10. A Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The sequel to one of the best fighting games ever made is making its way to store shelves next month. Fighting game fans will be treated to a roster that has the best Capcom and Marvel has to offer. With a total of 36 characters so far, and beautiful graphics, and an online multiplayer support, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is taking fighting game enthusiasts to a ride that you won't forget anytime soon. Number 9. Portal 2. The original Portal was a short and sweet ride that offered players mind-bending puzzles and cake jokes. Now Portal 2 is seeking to add more variety to the original game. With two-player co-op and new gameplay elements to make puzzles even more difficult, you got a game that we can't wait to get our hands on.
I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster.
Number 8. Rage. Coming out of E3 last year, Rage built a lot of hype with its new engine. Giving AIs a more realistic mindset is something that we have never seen in a video game before. The game will take place in a post-apocalyptic world, where gangs fight for resources like water and food. While there's still a lot to know from the actual game, what we already know is plenty enough to make this game one of our most anticipated games of 2011. Number 7. LA Noire. A game a lot of people may not be interested about, LA Noire got our attention because of its scary, realistic facial expressions and marvelous voice acting. Being published by Rockstar, we can already predict that the game will have an awesome story. The basic premise of LA Noire is that you are a detective where you must find clues in order to arrest criminals. The game will take place in the late 1940s, and from what we've seen so far, the game nailed the atmosphere right on the head. Coming out this spring, LA Noire is a detective story that you won't want to miss.
We're done for now.
Number 6. Bulletstorm. At first, Bulletstorm looks like a first-person shooter made by Epic, but then you see that it's an incredible first-person shooter made by Epic. Debuted at E3 last year, Bulletstorm is seeking to add that over-the-top feeling that first-person shooters are missing nowadays. With the same team that created Gears of War behind the game, Bulletstorm promises to deliver lots of over-the-top combos and plenty of gore. Plus, any game that allows you to stuck a bullet in somebody's ass has to be good.
Pull up your skirt and strap that dildo on!
Number 5. Mass Effect 3. The best 360 game of 2010 is getting a sequel that we can't wait to get our hands on. We don't know anything about the game, but as long as they give us more of what we love from Mass Effect 2, we're going to be perfectly happy. Like most games in this list, Mass Effect 3 is coming out in November. We wish our wallets good luck this November. Number 4. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Link's upcoming adventure is supposed to be hitting store shelves soon, but we're still dying to see what the game's going to be like. When it was debuted at E3 last year, we were a bit skeptical about the motion controls, especially when Miyamoto himself was having a hard time controlling the game. The motion controls could make or break this title. We are hoping it will deliver a motion control experience that even the most hardcore gamers can enjoy. With colorful graphics and interesting control mechanics, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is one of our most anticipated games of 2011. Number 3. Batman Arkham City. No longer are we confined to the walls of Arkham Asylum. We are now released to a full-blown city where the crazies roam free and the chaos is evident. Announced at the VGAs in 2009, we still have to see a single bit of footage from the actual game. We already know that villains such as Two-Face and Catwoman will be in the game, but we're still pondering on so many things that we may be able to do in this game. Coming out in November, we can't wait to see what The Dark Knight and Rocksteady has in store for us, making Batman Arkham City one of the most anticipated games of 2011.
Your darkest secret, your ultimate weakness. I know you are Bruce Wayne.
Number 2. Uncharted 3. The best game of 2009 is getting its well-deserved sequel in this November. From what we've seen so far, Uncharted 3 is giving us another round of incredible cinematic experiences, intense action, and stellar graphics. We are ready to beat Nathan Drake once more. We wish Naughty Dog good luck. They have big shoes to fill. Number 1. Last Guardian. Debuted at E3 in 2009, there's still a lot to know from Last Guardian. Being developed by Team Ico, the same team that made Shadow of the Colossus and Ico, Last Guardian is the most anticipated game because we still have no idea about gameplay or anything else the game has to offer. But if it's anything like its predecessor, it's going to be an amazing adventure. We are building up ideas about what the game could be about, and the suspense is killing us, making Last Guardian the RewindReplay.com most anticipated game of 2011.